See, under the sea is where he wants to be. On Saturday, Dr. Joseph Dituri, who uses the nickname, by the way, Dr. Deep Sea, broke the current world record for time spent living underwater, which was 73 days. The biomedical engineer and educator living in an undersea lodge in Key Largo, Florida, 30 feet below the surface. This is part of a 100-day mission conducting groundbreaking medical and marine science research.
Along with carrying out his research, Dituri has been giving virtual lectures to his students at the University of South Florida. He intends to stay submerged until June 9th, day 100. Joining us live from 30 feet below in his undersea lodge in Key Largo, Florida, Dr. Joseph Dituri, better known as Dr. Deep Sea. How you doing today, sir?
I'm so good it's criminal. You shouldn't be allowed to be this good.
I'm glad, because I don't know if I would feel the same way if I was submerged for going on 100 days as the ultimate goal. How did you come up with this mission?
So the mission actually came from an interaction that I had with a filmmaker that asked me to review his 35,000-foot dive. And when I did, he discovered a species new to science that was about 11 inches long. We pulled the DNA sample off it, and it was a partial cure for Alzheimer's. And I said, we have to live in the ocean. Everything we need is on this planet. So that was the push a long time ago.
You're a retired U.S. Navy commander, if I understand that correctly. So this is, you're no stranger to the sea.
Yep.
But talk to us about the challenges that you faced. You're now 70-something days into this. I imagine it's changed from day to day. Are there any unknowns that you face? Is it difficult as far as sleeping goes, something that something of normal, or the food that you eat? Talk to us about that.
Actually, the interesting part is, so we're doing sleep journaling, diary. I do a sleep aura ring, and what it shows is that I have an increase in both deep and REM sleep, which are the restorative sleep cycles, increased to about 66% deep in REM. So while I'm getting shorter sleep down here, I'm getting better sleep, and I need less. So it's actually quite terrific. There are so many restorative benefits, and while the mission is about discovery, there are a lot of second-order practical applications, if you will.
But so far you're getting better sleep down there. You are coming back, right? I mean,
well, okay, so my girlfriend tells me I'm coming back, so I really don't have a choice.
Very good. Well, I was going to say, don't you get a little lonely when you're down there? Is that right? You can broadcast your lectures, but it's not the same as having someone in the lodge with you.
That's the truth. And the truth of this whole thing is the family separation it's really hard on you, you know? And while you have this interaction and I can call on Skype and Zoom and all these platforms and so forth, it doesn't replace the human contact, the need for human contact. That's something you just can't get from a phone or a Zoom call or anything like that. So yeah, actually, isolated, confined, extreme environment is a problem.
It's like a long-distance relationship right there. There you go. Talk to us about this, though. What are you hoping to find? At the end of the 100 days, you come back to the surface. What are you hoping that you'll be able to share from your experience?
So I'm doing the experiments, biomedical research. I'm a biomedical engineer, biomedical research on the human body to find out what happens in an isolated, confined, extreme environment. This has second and third order applications that are very practical to traumatic brain injury, space travel, exploring the marine environment, and most of all, science, technology, engineering, and math. And we show these kids that it's actually cool to do science, and you can do science in the sea and be doing something fun. So
I love it. You're conducting your own experiment, and then you get to, I'm sure, analyze the results after the 100 days, which is so fascinating. How much space are you working with down there? Because I would feel a little claustrophobic.
Well, first of all, you're invited. So
Okay.
come on down. Second of all, it's about 100 square feet.
So it's about as big as my apartment here in Manhattan. I got it. Got it.
Oh, my God.
We're also curious about the little things. I think we were talking about this during the break. What do you eat? What snacks did you take with you down there? What do you have? What are you living off of?
So unlike space travel, I get every 3 days, I get fresh fruit and vegetables. I actually make a mean poached salmon. So again, come on down, guys. I want to cook you poached salmon in the microwave. That's the only thing you can cook with down here because of the actual temperature restrictions. And we're in a high partial pressure of oxygen. But the key point being there are a lot of second and third order things that are happening down here, including my cholesterol went down by 70.70. I've increased stem cell proliferation. I've reduced every single inflammatory marker in my entire body. There's some really good science going on here.
Do you take any additional supplements or vitamins to make up for what you might be missing out on?
Great question. Yeah, absolutely. So my medical team, 10-person medical team, and about 100 people supporting this mission, we had voted to take 2,000 IU of vitamin D because you're missing the sun and the direct sunlight.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's what I figured.
My doctor has got me on vitamin D supplements as well.
What's your excuse?
Yeah, exactly. But he wants my cholesterol to come down, so maybe I need to check out this lodge. Talking about this lodge, I wanted to point this out so folks at home would understand. So to keep water from entering the lodge, air must constantly be pumped into that space where you are, which creates a pressure about 1.6 times that of Earth's surface. And as part of your research, again, you're investigating the effects of living in a high-pressure environment for a period of time here. And then again, seeing some of the video of this, though, I just got to imagine some of your class members there. They must be excited for you. Obviously, your friends, your family. What has their reaction been like?
So shout out to the University of South Florida for A, letting me get away with this, and B, the president of the university actually called me and we did a Zoom call, and she's like, look, I'm so proud of everything you're doing and keep up the good work. So honestly, I've gotten nothing but support from friends and family. My kids were like, oh, really? Of course you're going to stay on the waterfront. Of course, Dad, of course, right? So they're all very supportive. And, you know, even when it gets tough, and it gets tough being isolated, they're like, you're not coming out. Don't even think it. So.
Well, tell me about your family. Is there any kids who seem to have a similar interest as you?
Oh, my gosh. So I have 3 daughters. I'm going to go ahead and just dime them out right now, right?
Yes.
So my 3 daughters, 27, 21, and 19, Tampa raised, not born necessarily, but you know, they're not necessarily following down the same footsteps as I have, but they're definitely interested in some serious schooling and education. So they're all about it.
Well, that is Dr. Deep Sea, Dr. Joseph Dituri joining us live from under the sea for more than 76 days now, or 78?
I'm 76 days into it, and I would absolutely love it and consider it an honor if you guys follow me on Instagram. Dr. Deep Sea is the handle, and I'd love to connect with all of you and keep you updated on the mission progress.
This is the first time for us.
I've never interviewed anyone underwater, much less after 70-something days. I think the first for all of us. We're excited. We love your energy. This has been great. We'd love to check in with you on day 100 on your success mission.
Please do. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We got to get the word out that we can help people with PTSD, TBI, and kids with STEM. Let's do that.
There we go. It's all for the greater good of the mission. Best of luck to you, Dr. Deep Sea. We'll check in soon.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. All right. As we head to break here.